Hello YouTube, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day. Nintendominator here, and today I'm going to be starting a new Let's Play on my channel. As you can clearly see, this isn't a Nintendo game. This isn't Mario Galaxy, this isn't Mario Golf, this is something completely different. It's actually a Sonic game, which is made by Sega. So I'm going to be delving into a new video game company that I haven't played before, and I'm rather excited. And we're going to be playing a Sonic game that is kind of the black one of the black sheep of the series. I think it's up there with Sonic 06 as one of the more hated Sonic games. And that game is Sonic R. And the reason I'm doing this game is because, one, I haven't played it in quite a while, and I think it looks fun to play. And two, I haven't seen very many videos on it on YouTube. I've seen a couple Let's Plays, sure, but not as much as, say, Mario Galaxy or any other game that's very popular. So I thought it'd be really cool to play through it, give my take on it, and just play through the game, have a good time, and see if it's as good as I remember it. Clearly, I used to play this game a lot as a kid. I'm actually playing this on the Gems collection, if you haven't noticed already. That much is evident, but although I think it'd be really cool to have a real copy of the game. But it's a game. I mean, this is probably the first Sonic game I've ever played. Gosh, what a way to start. I tell a lot of people I start with this game, and they immediately think I'm kidding, but clearly I'm not. So we're going to stick with Tails. I'm going to stick with what I know best. I've played Tails all the time I play this game, and I'm the best with him. Sonic's a little too fast. I don't like how he handles in this game. He's too fast. I can't collect everything. We'll get into collecting everything in a minute. Knuckles, I don't really ever play. I just don't like Knuckles. Sorry, Knuckles fans. I just don't like how he plays. And Amy, she's self-explanatory. If you don't know how Amy is in this game, just look up other videos. Amy is this game's hard mode, I suppose, if you want to make this game a little harder, because this game is sort of easy. If you feel so inclined, you can play as Amy and make your life even more a living hell. So, ready, set, go. Let's get this started. I haven't played this game in a long, long time. And already I can tell why I haven't played this game in so long. Oh, these controls are so bad. So, getting into the reason people really hate this game, at least from what I'm guessing. This is Nintendominator's official opinion on why Sonic R is such a hated game. So, why I think this game is hated so much? First of all, well, of course, the controls. I'm having to hold down R and L to drift around corners. A lot of people actually don't know that you're supposed to do that for certain corners of this game. It makes going around corners and controlling your character a heck of a lot easier. But for a beginner or someone getting into this game and just playing this game for the first time, I could see where they could get really, really frustrated. Because this isn't like Mario Kart or any other racing game for that matter. This game is very unique. Clearly, there's not a lot of... I mean, there is some incentive to come in first, I guess. But clearly, with everything else, of course I'll get into it later, sometimes coming in first kind of takes a back seat to everything else in this game. But the Sonic characters aren't in cars. Yes, Metal Sonic better be ready. In fact, to beat his metal ass, he's gonna get lapped. He's just gonna have to take it. But with the characters not being in cars, they're racing on foot, which of course is interesting. I don't think that's ever been done before in any video racing game ever, for that matter. I feel it makes it harder to control, and it's just different. It's a very, very different concept that's never been done before. And, you know, this leads to very bad controls that are very hard to control. So that's one reason. Another reason would be just how short the game is. If you could see on the... Wait, what? Alright, wait, what? I'm sorry, but I gotta look at... Alright, I don't know what just happened. I thought I just saw Metal Sonic going in circles. I thought the game broke for a second. I've never seen that before. Alright. Clearly Metal Sonic just gave up and accepted his fate. Just like what I do when I play Mario Kart with friends, where there's no return. I'm so far out of it. There's no point in even beginning, and I just start running into him. I'm a complete jerk. So, this game is short. So as you can clearly see from the racetracks here, compare this to Mario Kart, where Mario Kart has, the older ones have 16 tracks apiece, but the newer ones have 16 brand new tracks and usually have 16 older tracks that are retro that make the game have a much higher replay value. So this game is short, it's not long, and I don't necessarily think that's Sega's fault, but rather the fault of Traveler Tales. But of course you also know how Sega is with a lot of their other games. I need to go down here, Tails. Thank you. But it clearly, you know, Sega with Sonic 06 and many other games throughout their franchise, Sonic's history, I guess, they've rushed. You know, they're always so worried about getting the game out that they don't worry about, oh god, they don't worry about necessarily making sure the game is good. They just want to get it on store shelves for the holidays, or just get it on the shelves for people to buy. When they got a crunch time they need to meet, that's what they do. Tails, what are you doing? Tails is just doing his own thing right now. I swear, I'm clicking left, and instead of going left, he's just running into walls. I mean, whatever works, I guess. But this game just, you know, it comes off as very lazy. And there's not a lot of courses, and once you really unlock all the characters, and unlock all the courses, and do everything there is to do, there's really not much else to see in the game. You've kind of seen all there is to see. I mean, Sonic R is Sonic R. Once you've played through the main game, pack your bags, get ready for this game to start collecting dust on your gaming shelf, because it's not going to be pulled out again for a very, very long time. So, there's a reason. And I'm going to go into the last reason why I feel this game isn't very liked. And that is the collectibles. Oh my god, the collectibles. And that goes into what I said earlier about how I feel getting first in this game isn't really necessary. I feel it's kind of an afterthought, because instead of coming in first place and focusing on coming in first place, you're focused on getting collectibles. All right, here comes our next racer. This is actually one of my favorite Sonic characters. Tails is my favorite, but this character is definitely up there too, just due to the fact that he's mysterious. And he's actually, I mean, if I had to pick a reason why this game's so popular, it would probably be because of Tails doll. Now, if you don't know the whole story about Tails doll, I'll give you a super quick rundown, but if you're interested, you can look it up more. But there's internet stories. If you know creepypastas, you'll know there's actually a whole story on him. And if you don't know what a creepypasta is, I'll just say it's an internet story someone writes on the internet to either A, scare younger children, or just make horror stories. I don't know. I don't get the whole point of them. I don't read them very much. But there you go. So that's one of the reasons this game, I guess, is popular. But getting back into the collecting, I feel the collecting in this game and the racing kind of clash with one another in a lot of ways. Instead of focusing on placing first like I did that one race where... Well, actually, no, that was in another video, I'm sorry. I've actually had to redo this video so many times. I was actually super close to being done with the video, and then my video ended up that it... Oh, please don't freeze on me. I'm sorry, I was looking down at my camera, and it's freezing every couple of seconds, so I'm starting to get scared, and I'm kind of looking down at my camera, making sure it doesn't freeze, but I've actually done... This is my third or fourth take on this video. It's messed up many times. YouTuber problems. But the collecting in this game and the racing kind of clash with each other. Instead of placing first, you're more focused on collecting things, and you're more inclined to have to go all over the course and go on branching paths to be able to make sure you got everything and you've collected everything. And this goes from being a racing game to a collectathon, and that in and of itself is stressful. So I should bring up the reason I've been collecting all 5 of the coins in each level. I know I'm just getting to this now, there's so much I want to talk about this game. The reason I'm collecting 5 coins in each course is because to unlock all the characters in this game, you got to collect all 5 coins in each level and place in the top 3. That's not so much the problem, you know, it's whatever. Okay, I can deal with the collecting, the coins. But, I mean, if you think about it, you know, once you collect all the coins, you know, and you place top 3, your focus isn't to win. And then that brings us into the Chaos Emeralds. I'm actually going to collect the Chaos Emeralds in the next episode. Right now, I am focused on collecting all the coins and just getting all the characters, because I'm just going to say right now, collecting the Chaos Emeralds is a major, excuse my language, pain in the ass to collect. And I can't find any other words to describe it. And now, if you haven't played this game, you might be wondering, oh, you just got to collect Chaos Emeralds. What's the big deal? It's just collecting something. Well, to have the Chaos Emerald and to keep it, you actually have to place first place. If you do not place first place, you lose the Chaos Emerald, and the game will say you have collected no Chaos Emeralds, even though you have clearly collected them. And I hate that about this game, because then that leads you to have to play through this game multiple times to make sure you come in first to collect the Chaos Emeralds. So that's why I'm saving a whole entire video dedicated to the Chaos Emeralds, because I'm going to have to focus solely on them and coming in first. And I can't have the coins and collecting characters way down very much. So I feel those are my main reasons for people hating this game. The terrible controls, the lack of courses, and how it gets very old because the game is short, and the collecting things. This game is clearly a train wreck. Although unique, I don't remember any video game in my recent memory, especially racing game, where the main objective is to go through levels and collect things. But, you know, clearly that's unique to this game, and if there's anything to remember this game for, I guess it's that. Why I like this game, I'm not sure if I explained it yet. Like I said, I've made this video so many times, I can't remember what I've talked about, what I haven't talked about. I've been... Oh, geez. I got stuck behind an invisible wall. But, I just like saying I like this game because I think it's unique. There's no other game like it. And it's one of those games where it's like a train wreck. It's so bad you can't look away. And it's so bad that you kind of like it. It's kind of like the Super Mario Brothers movie, if you've ever seen that. The Super Mario Brothers movie is very, very terrible, but in a way it's kind of good. It's so bad that it's good. That's kind of how I feel about this game. And plus I also think it's just kind of fun that when people ask me what my favorite Sonic game is, especially diehard Sonic fans. Like there's this one kid I had or one friend that I had in high school that I used to go to high school with, and he was a diehard Sonic fan. He loved Sonic to the moon. He loved Sonic to the moon and back. And he asked me what my favorite Sonic game was, and actually brought up Sonic R, and that caused him to get a little skeptical and thought I was kidding, but I wasn't. And of course that sent him into a frenzy. He couldn't understand why I liked this game so much. But you know, I do. I love this game. It's fun. And in its own sort of way. And plus it's one of my first Sonic games I've ever played. So, I mean, always your first game is your favorite. Just like me and Super Mario Bros. 3, that's my favorite Mario game of all time, because it's, well, not only my first Mario game I've ever played, but first video game I've ever played. So I have a sort of nostalgia for it, just like I do this game. But yeah, man, there's a lot of exploits in this game if you haven't been able to tell. I've been able to skip a lot of the level just by doing exploits. But you know, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think this game could have actually done well. Had Traveler's Tales and Sega taken more time on it, and actually spent more time focusing on the gameplay and focusing on the controls and adding more characters and stages and everything. I think it definitely would have added something to the game that wasn't there before. That's why I'm actually kind of a supporter of a Sonic R2. I feel like I'm one of the only people that ever says I want a Sonic R2, but just hear me out. I think it'd be really cool if they went through and they tweaked it and they did kind of like what Mario Kart does and have these courses as retro stages, but add new courses. And of course fix these courses up, make them more clear where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. And I mean, yeah. I mean, that's really all I can say. Oh, I can't remember where the last 2 coins are. That's a problem. I want to say they're back here? Maybe? Oh, I'm going all over this course looking for them. Oh, I know where I missed it. Retry. Oh, dang it, I forgot that one. There's one over all on the boat, if you see it, all the way over in the top right corner, that I completely forgot about. Oh, man. Wasn't that swell? See what I mean? The whole game has to do with collecting stuff rather than actually winning the race. That brings up my point. But yeah, if they were to release this game with updated courses and... Whoa, what just happened there? Wait, what? How'd I get all the way back up there? Dude, the game knows. The game knows I'm exploiting. It knows I'm cheating. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest right now. What the heck just happened? That's never happened to me before. What the heck? It literally just warped me all the way back up to the start. Okay, I was just making sure I had to get the point over there. Alright, well, if that goes to show you how unfinished this game is, I think that's as good of an example as any. Okay. I'd actually like to play this game on another YouTube channel called Dogs of Glory. I believe that's how you pronounce the channel name. And if you haven't seen their channel, go check them out. I think they got some great videos. They kind of do Let's Plays or playthroughs of games like I do. And I've actually tried to collaborate with them in the past. We actually did Mario Party and Eternal Darkness and Kirby Air Ride and a couple other great games. Great games in quotation marks. Well, actually, what am I saying? It was a great game. We played Trek Super Slam, which is, of course, as you all know, one of the greatest games ever created by mankind. But the only problem with that was we didn't make sure that the videos were backed up onto the computer, and we lost everything. Which is a big problem when you're trying to make videos and you lose everything. But regardless, you know, go check them out. I got to see if I can get this game over there and see if we can play it. I think this would be a great game to just mess around on. Because there are games out there that are so bad that, you know, like I said, they're so bad they're fun to play. And playing this with friends would be one of the greatest ways to play it. Just sitting there and laughing at it and kind of laughing at how terrible it is. Oh crap, dude. Knuckles knows the secret. He knows the way. I'm sorry for making that joke. It was prime opportunity. When you got low-hanging fruit jokes like that, you gotta take it. But dude, Knuckles knows the way. He knows the way of beating this course. Or more like Metal Knuckles. I feel the unlockable characters are very uninspired in this game too. I mean, just think about it. Metal Sonic, Metal Knuckles, you know, the robot that we unlocked on the Regal Ruin stage. They're all robots. I mean, Tails Doll. Tails Doll is sort of a robot type thing. It's kind of lazy, Sega. Alright, so we're clearly destroying him right now. I think we're about to lap him. We're getting close to it. If we haven't already. Whoa. Okay, I kind of want to watch him here. I want to follow him. I want to see where he goes. Because he was running into walls. Like that. Look at him, man. Look at him, dude. He's busting it. He was killing it, man. He was on a mission. Dude, he just kind of gave up. Alright, so I think there's a great place, if any, to end it. We've unlocked all the characters. When we come back in the next part, we are going to be collecting all the Chaos Emeralds to unlock another character in this game and completing the final course, and that will do it for Sonic R. Very short game, very self-explanatory. I've enjoyed this game, playing through it. We're not done yet, but hope you guys will tune in for part 2. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys stick around, I suppose. And, you know, I got other videos on my channel too if you want to check them out as well. If you want more me rambling on about video games and playing video games and doing terrible at them. So anyway, I'm going to end it there. This is Nintendominator signing off. Hope you all have a blessed day and have a good one. Take care.